Today we're going to talk about one of my favorite topics, dividing polynomials using synthetic division. I know some of you are thinking, why do we have to learn another way if long division always works? Well, long division always works, and there are some cases that synthetic division would not be a good choice if they're messier, if maybe gaps are missing, if there's a lead coefficient in what you're dividing by. But if it's a nice polynomial, and especially if you are solving polynomials, then this is going to be of great use to you because it's a time factor. Because let's say I had negative or x squared minus 8x plus 10, and I wanted to divide by x minus 5. Now, you could do long division, but there's a quicker way that you can do something called synthetic division. It starts off by you have a box, then it's kind of like you skip a space and then draw a horizontal line. Now, if you'll remember, with long division, you always, after you multiplied, you had to change the sign or subtract. Well, to compensate for that, for synthetic division from the get-go, since this is x minus 5 is what you're dividing by, you are going to put positive 5 in the box. Then you're going to put all of your coefficients. So we've got a 1, a negative 8, and a positive 10. Once you get it set up, from there you're home free. Bring down your first number. So 1. 1 times 5 is 5. Then you add negative 3. Negative 3 times 5, negative 15. And then you add. And last but not least, to put your variables back in, since you started with an x squared and divided by an x, that leaves you with an x. And then no x's, remainder negative 5. So the answer, understood 1, would just be x minus 3, remainder negative 5. Let's do another one. What about if I had, let's put a coefficient out there. 3x squared plus 7x, I don't know, let's say we're feeling a 14, divided by x plus 2. Well, remember, you've got your box, horizontal line. The number in the box is, since that's x plus 2, then the opposite of positive 2 would be negative 2. So remember, it's the opposite. You could also think about it as what makes it 0. Like what plus 2 equals 0? Negative 2. Then put your coefficients in. Always bring down that first term as is. 3 times negative 2, negative 6. Add. 1 times negative 2, negative 2. Add. X into x squared, in other words, you have 1x left, plus no x's or your constant, remainder negative 16. Now let's say you had even more terms. It's still the same. That's why I love this one, because you literally take out the variables, you do what you need to do, and then at the very end, you add them back. Let's say I wanted to divide by x plus 3. So remember, negative 3 goes in the box. You put your coefficients, horizontal line. Always bring down that first one. So 4 times negative 3, negative 12, and add. Till I made this one up. 27 times 3, 81. And add. Oh, not too bad. 101 times negative 3. Negative 303. And then add. 314. And last step, 1 less, because you only divided by 1, so that would be x squared. 1x. No x's. Remainder. Reminds me of Pi Day we had just a few days ago. And you're done. That is sugar and cocoa. I will show you their pictures on another video. Now let's say last one. Let me lift my paper here. Actually, I'll just get a new one. Let's say I had x cubed minus 10x plus 12 divided by x minus 5. Well, still 5 in the box. But do you notice anything different about this one compared to the other ones? Notice how it starts off with an x cubed, but then it goes directly to x, how there is no x squared term. So you're going to make it an understood 0. So 1 for that one, a 0 for here for placeholder, negative 10, and then a 12. Now once you get the placeholder in, it is just like normal. Bring down the 1. 1 times 5 is 5. Add. 5 times 5, 25. Add. 15 and 5, 75. Add. And last step, x into x cubed, in other words, 1 less, so x squared plus 1x plus constant, remainder 87. Thank you for watching. Enjoy your sunshine today.